Yes. So, hi, people. Morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope things are going exactly how you want it to. I know this Mercury retrograde is wicked, but I just really wanted to do a follow up video to the video I did the other day when I was telling you that I was under a lot of attack, you know. Um, but I wanted to let people know who like to try things that I told you so. Okay. Hey Sim, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. So I told you so. I told you if you dig a hole, dig two, you will fall into it first. Okay. And I know it's not a good feeling, but the problem here is that it's not that I'm speaking to you. Yeah. The one person who always thumbs down my videos, you know who you are. Speaking of you, because you you think of me as your enemy. You never thought of me as your ally. And when you came to me for help, I was helping and I was a jackass. And you tried to go around me and you tried to go over me and you tried to play me and you tried to go behind my back and you tried to look, I told you so. You will get things happen to you that has never happened to you in this lifetime. I'm not the person to play with, okay? Um, but I just want to know, like, what the hell were you thinking? Did you really think that you were going to go around me? Do you really think that you were going to try to do things to hurt me? How does it feel that you have to send bail money to bail somebody out because you were trying to dig a hole for me and they fell into it? You pushed somebody into a hole, you tried to dig for me, and you had to turn around and bail somebody out. How do you like that, huh? I've been done told you. I told you so. And if you keep trying, the hole will only get bigger and it will get deeper. And this time it's not nobody that you're going to send, it's going to be you. So don't play with me. My hands are clean, my intentions are good. You have nothing but device in your heart. Okay? So I told you so. You cannot say, I didn't warn you, but you keep trying me. And you don't like the outcome now. It hurts, it stings, it's bitter, but there is a solution. You know the solution. You just don't want to talk to me. You thought you had the right. You thought you thought you had the upper hand, didn't you? And for a minute there, I let you think you did. But like any prize fighter, you keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. And one minute you see him in the next round, he just gets up this energy from nowhere and it just comes to boom. You don't know what to hit ya. Okay? So I know you don't like it, and I don't like it either. I don't like it either. I don't like that I had to bring out the claws for someone that I was trying to help. Okay, I don't like that you put in my mind the feeling that I don't want to trust anybody, or I don't want to talk to anybody, or I don't want to help anybody anymore. I don't like that you did that to me. Okay, I don't like feeling that I've won something over on someone. Maybe you like that feeling, but I don't. Okay, you can always talk to me. It's not a lost cause. I'm a very reasonable individual. Just don't try to go around me. So now that we're on even playing field, yes, I'm talking to you. Now that we're on the same level and you can finally hear me, what do you have to say now? Now that you see that you got your ass whooped, now that you can see that I just don't take prisoners, I take the entire field. Now that you see that and you understand the power that you're dealing with, Ask the man who came today and end up in jail. What did he say to the police? He said, "Oh, only somebody with power can do this." Ask him. Ask him how it feels. Ask him how it feels to do something trying to harm someone else and get caught in it. Okay? You know exactly how it feels now for somebody to try to go around you. We're on the same page now. Okay? You thought you had the upper hand. I demonstrated that you don't. You thought you could go around me. I demonstrated that you can't. You think it's not over and you want to try to play all different kinds of foolishness games. All you have to do is communicate with me. You could have communicated with me the whole time. The whole time I've been sending you messages and I told you what was coming next. You did nothing about it. But when I had to make my step, you wanted to bring all kinds of foolishness and go behind my back and talk this and talk that and try to sully my name and try to say I did this and I did that. Da, da, da. And now that I've actually done something to you, it's called protecting myself. Now that I've actually done something, I've protected myself from you. Now that you see what kind of party this is, can we have a conversation like adults? Because I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling. Okay? It's not a lost cause. You can always communicate with me. You know my email address. I have not blocked you. You know my WhatsApp. I have not blocked you. You have blocked me from Instagram. That's fine. But as an adult, as a woman, you can always speak to me. Okay? And if I don't hear anything from you, well, that's when it's a lost cause. I'm being fair to you. Please be fair to me. Okay? Don't play no more kind of games. Don't be foolish. Don't be stupid. It will come. This karma that is not fun. It's not fun. Okay? It's not fun. So don't let it catch you. It caught whoever you sent today. It caught them and it caught the other person and it caught about three more people. Don't let it catch you. Okay? So stop playing these games. It's not going to be fun for you. That's all I got to say on that. Okay? So how y'all doing out there? J Love says, sorry, I wouldn't show mercy. Exactly. You know what the problem with it is? Like this character, this person, this person that I have living in my head is like, I wouldn't like this if this happened to me, you know? But when they were throwing blows and they were doing all kinds of stuff and I prayed for my victory and I got my victory, I'm sorry, but I don't feel good in my heart to say, oh, I did this, or oh, I did that, or maybe you would, but not me. I'm a little bit more mature than that. I don't need to be up over somebody else to feel like somebody. I don't have to compete with anybody, even though I can clearly see that's what you were trying to do with me. I don't have to take anything from anybody to feel like a woman. I don't have to go around anybody to feel like I got the upper hand. I'm not that low-bellied and that small-minded person. So it doesn't feel good to know that yeah, I won something, and I don't fight battles I know I can't win. Okay, I don't do that. So it doesn't feel very good inside, but you have to be honest. Wasn't I fair? Didn't I give you all the information that you needed? Didn't I tell you what to do next? And you did nothing. Okay? And you put me in a position which I had to act on. Okay? And that's just the deal, right? Because I said, who messed with you? Yes, Pink, she did it to herself. Yes, Kendra, empath, always choose. Yeah, exactly. I don't, people see this Exodus house, this Exodus Africa thing, and they think that they should be the one to do it, or they should be the one to be involved in it, or they should be the one to who should have had the house and had the opportunity and had this. That's okay. You can always be the one. Africa is huge. Tanzania is big. You can go to any parts of Tanzania. You don't have to compete with me to be a part of working to help people to come to Africa. There is no competition here. It's just working towards. Thank you. Thank you, Makiba. Yeah, we're not in competition. We're not in competition. I'm not here to be, the shiniest, the best, the biggest, the brightest. I'm not here competing. I'm here trying to do the best I can with the stones I have. Okay? So I'm not necessarily trying to tell you that, we're in competition, but unfortunately, some women only think in the terms of competition, especially Black women. We need to cut this out. We need to cut this out. We need to start mothering and sistering and, be better at womaning, than this. We have to be better than trying to tear each other down and grind each other down to the core. We have to be much better than this, because at the end of the day, when women fight, it is only the children and the village that hurts. It's not a good look. For real. Exactly. And I don't want to put another woman in a position where she feel like she has lost something, because that's something that she has she's lost for her children, or she's lost for her grandchildren, or she's lost. I don't want to feel that. I don't want that. That's not what I want. I don't want any of this. What I want is communication. I want communication, and I want you um, to stick to the deal and stick to everything that we talked about what we were going to do. Okay? If you don't want to do that, and you want to deviate and go around me, and I don't have to deal with her, I could do it this way and I could still get what I want, and Renee will still pay, you're going to get hurt. Okay? It's that simple. All right? You're going to get hurt, and you don't need to hurt yourself as an adult. You don't need to hurt yourself as a woman. You don't need to put yourself in that situation. I'm not saying I'm bigger, better, and brighter. I am saying that I put myself in a position of which I am constantly protecting myself and my child. So if you come, you have to come right. Where I don't go behind people's back. I don't backstab them. I don't talk behind their back. I don't use my mouth to dig a hole for anybody. I don't gossip. I don't talk about people. If it's not something good, I don't have it to say. I would rather roll my eyes and grunt and walk away than actually say something. I'm an adult. Okay, that's what adults do. They don't walk around and try to smear other people because you can't have what they have. Okay, but time will tell. And time told on you, didn't it? Time told on you really, really badly. Okay, I don't know. I feel for the situation that you found yourself in. But that was you. That wasn't me. That was a you thing. Okay, you could have talked to me. You could have communicated with me, and we could have worked together, but you didn't, because you thought I was your enemy. You thought I was somebody who was trying to take from you, instead of somebody who came to give you and bless you and build you up and see if we could work together. But you didn't want that, because I didn't take your money. You thought that I was competing with you. You thought that you could go and create something else to compete with me with my own property. With my own property. You thought that you could take my own property and compete with me because I refused to accept your money, because I did not want you involved in the Exodus house at that level. and it backfired on you bitterly, and it just keeps backfiring. Stop. Stop hurting yourself. Stop it. Okay? It didn't go well for you today, but in Jamaica, we said today for me, tomorrow for you. Nobody knows what this life has, in store for anybody. But, talk to me. Let's see where we are. I'm holding the handle at this moment. You have the blade. Let's see where we are as adults and how we can move forward. Okay? Because I do not like to know that I've put you in this position, even though you put yourself there. It doesn't feel good to me. Okay? I have a conscience and I have a mother. And I wouldn't like, if I heard it from your side without you telling the whole story, I would be like, oh, wow, that's screwed up. Renee really did that. Oh my gosh. But you and I know the entire story, and you are wrong, and you caught it, and you caught it bad. So I'm still somebody's mother. I'm going to be somebody's grandmother one day. And I would like you to communicate with me, because I do not want to put you into further emotional torment after what you did to yourself today. Okay? All right. Yes, Leora, she is bold. Oh, you don't even know. Kendra says the narcissist smear campaign. Yes, the smear campaign. Oh, but Kendra, the beautiful thing is I wrote a book on malignant narcissism. I actually have a book that I wrote. It's on Amazon about narcissism, published in 2017. So this is a matter that I know very well. And even though I'm an empath, I know how to navigate people. I know how to look at people's behaviors and attitude and calculate them, because an empath is not going to change from being an empath. It's not like you're going to, it's not a character flaw or something that you can go and fix. You are that. Okay, and a narcissist isn't going to change from being a narcissist. It's not a character flaw. They are that. So you, as an empath, you have to have your own character protection mechanism. You have to have your own ways of listening to people, allowing yourself to actively listen to people and make notes of the things that they say carefully, and pay attention to their actions versus their words. And when you start to notice a pattern in a certain person's behavior, then you're seeing the character come out more and more. And it is up to you to either disregard the red flags or say, okay, this is something I can live with this person, right? This is this is how their character is. And it might not necessarily be narcissism, or it may very well be. And if you don't know what malignant narcissism is, you should spend some time looking that up. So malignant narcissism pretty much is people who can only think about themselves and not anyone else, or how their actions affect other people. The jealousy, the triangulation, like speaking to people around a person but never speaking directly to the person. The smear campaign, talking about the other person negatively, and then being two-faced and talking to them positively as if they care about them. So there are many characteristic traits of malignant narcissism, but you have to watch it, and it's not something you can watch from the outside and say, that person is a narcissist. It's something that you have to see up close, and you have to be intimate with it, and it unfolds itself in the way a person speaks, eats, behaves, all of their actions. And when they can no longer gaslight you, making you feel like the crazy person, or making you feel like you're the insane one, or it's your flaw. When they can no longer do that to you, then they discard you, and then they start the smear campaign of you were this, you were that, you were dirty, blah 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 blah. So Kendra, I'm gonna put it here. It's called the Narcissist Decipher: How to Identify Them and What You Should Do. Hold on, there's a mosquito. Okay. So it's a very interesting book. I'm gonna put the link here. I don't know if Amazon is still publishing it, but I'm gonna put the book here. But yeah, you have to know how to identify them, not just identify them, but what you should do. Because some people, they might see that they're in a problem. They might see what their situation is, but they don't know how to navigate away from that kind of psychological abuse, right? So narcissists, what are they? They're sociopaths. So the victims of narcissists, how can I put it? You never see, it's not like a narcissist goes to a psychologist and the psychologist says, well, I'm going to write your prescription for being a dick. No, that's not how it works. The victim of the narcissist is the one who displays more, suicidal tendencies, depression, anxiety, just a feeling of dread and you can't get out of it. So it's the victim of the narcissist. They suck the life out of you. They suck your being and your nature out of you from finding any kind of happiness, because they want to control you. They want to manipulate you. Hi, Anna. How are you? Yes, they want to control you. They want to manipulate you. They want to take advantage of you. They want to consume you. Okay, so I would say in the world of spiritual warfare, narcissists, malignant narcissists are the demon supreme. Okay, and you have to, if you're an empathetic person, that you feel for other people and you consider other people, if you're an empathetic person, narcissists seek you out. Okay, that is a fact. They seek you out when they feel like they can take advantage of you. They seek you out because they're like animals, like they have to feed on someone else's energy. Okay, they want that. They don't know how to be that, but the best that they can do is to suck you dry from the inside and wear your skin. That's as close as I can explain it to you. They're jealous of you and they're jealous over you. And oh yeah, there is an aspect of them that they cannot be satisfied with one partner sexually. Like they have to consistently be seeking the attention. They have to consistently be seeking, the adoration, the oh, look at me, I'm so great, I'm so grandiose, right? So there you go, Kendra. Kendra says her ex-husband told my ex-husband told me he targeted me when he saw me in church, right? But for me, it's like I have all these people on YouTube, and all these people on YouTube, I don't know who or what people see when they see me, like Janae. Janae says, I'm late to the party. What the hell is going on? We're talking about narcissist, Janae. We're talking about narcissistic behavior and empathetic behavior. And the empath is the opposite of the narcissist. The empath is the person who they probably care a little too much, right? They probably care, they probably care. They want to make sure that everyone is okay. They're reaching out to other people to ensure that everything is smoothed over, or, they're usually the light in the room. They're usually the person who everyone gravitates to, whereas the narcissist is charismatic. People love them, but the empath creates a, what do you call it? The empath creates a rivalry between the narcissist and the empath for attention. So, whereas the empath is the person that people gravitate to, the narcissist is a person who knows how to buy people's attention, buy people's affections, how to, try to cloud a situation so that they can manipulate people how they want to, like, oh, you're so pretty, and the over complimenting and the over what's the word, just they call it love bombing. Okay, so when a narcissist is seeking an empath, they love bomb. So they give you a lot of love, too much attention, too much anything, so that they can try to manipulate you and take advantage of you, because nobody else makes you feel like this narcissist or this person does. So they love bomb you to reel you in. You're so pretty, you're so smart. They figure out what you need and they tell you what you want to hear, and they reel you in. And after they reel you in, then they start the devaluation phase, where they start to devalue you as a person. Like, you don't even know how to cook, you don't even know how to do this, you don't even know how to do that, and what kind of woman are you? And they try to dehumanize you. And then after they've dehumanized you and they've brought you down to a level where they can take advantage of you, now they start to gaslight you. They start to manipulate you and tell you about things they're doing, but they blame it on you. And so you're constantly questioning yourself, like, wait, what? Did I do that? Or, they're telling you, oh, you're crazy, right? And you can't quite put your finger on what it is that is shaky in this situation, but you end up feeling like dirt, right? Yeah, so the love bombing can, yeah. So um so for me, when I meet someone, I'm paying attention to everything. I'm an empath. I'm very well knowledgeable. I was raised by a malignant narcissist. I wasn't raised completely. I didn't live with her my whole life, thank God. But my mother is a narcissist, a very bad one as well. And it's I mean, you can look up the term daughters of narcissistic mothers, and you can get an idea of what kind of life I had. Um, so the narcissist as a mother, um, hold on, let me just reply to this. I missed it. Okay. Yeah, I ate already. Yeah. Oh, Anna, seriously. Yeah. So when you have a narcissistic parent, the likelihood of you being an empath is like 110%. And there are things that this parent probably sees in you. Maybe you got some adoration from the other spouse. If your father was a narcissist and your mother adored you, maybe the mother would be jealous of the adoration that you got from the father or from the mother or whatever. But you understand what I mean. So the root of the focus of the narcissist parent, the root of that is attention, because the parent feels like all the attention should be focused on them. Like, you should always be talking about me. If you say, well, wow, her hair is nice, oh yeah, she got it from me, and look at my hair, and then you try to draw the attention away from the child to yourself. And that can go for your hair, for your skin, for your teeth, for your voice, for your whole entire existence. There is always something out there. And and in the relationship of the narcissistic family, you have the scapegoat and you have the golden child. So the scapegoat is the child who gets blamed for everything, and the golden child is the child who can do no wrong. Okay? No matter what they do, they could come, you can catch them in the act of murder, stabbing and killing somebody with blood all over their clothes, and the narcissistic parent will find a way to blame it on the other child who is well away from the house, clothes is clean, didn't kill nobody. But so that's the dynamic in a narcissistic household. So you have the scapegoat child who is blamed for everything, and you have the golden child who could do no wrong. And guess who I was? Just guess. Yes, Kendra. Well, I'm praying for JoJo too. I mean, JoJo is JoJo is you know, she's, I have to groom her now. Oh yes, and the hoovering. Yes, Kendra. So hoovering. So have you ever had a relationship? Kendra said hoovering. Have you ever had a relationship where you're done? You are done. The person done messed up. They know they messed up bad. They messed up. You might never see them again in this life or the next. But for some reason, they are calling you, they're texting you, they're apologizing, they're sending flowers, they're coming to see you, they're doing all different kinds of stuff. And you're like, it's dead. It's done. You know, forgive me. And Jesus said to forgive, and da 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 da. Never allow a narcissist to hoover you back in. It's called hoovering because it's like a vacuum cleaner. They come and they suck you back into their circle of shit. Okay, so that cycle that I talked about earlier about the you know, the love bombing, it's a cycle. So if you write down the dates of your relation, of, you know, things that you see in your relationship, like you would say, okay, June 1 he came home, we were in love. June 2 he started to talk bad to me. June 3 he started to use verbal abuse against me. June 4, and then by the time you come back around to July 1, you know, he hoovers you because you're done on the 30th of June, and then by July 1 you're back to love bombing. So your relationship is going in a cyclical process of abuse, you know, and they know how to give you just enough to make you feel good to continue the relationship, right? Like I was 33 before I confronted my mother and I said, you have never said anything nice to me. 33, and I said, you've never told me I was pretty. You've never said anything nice to me. You've never said I can cook well. You've never said anything nice to me. Okay. And I think probably about 6 weeks later, she said something nice. And I went and I wrote down the date. And, you know, the narcissistic parent is a little bit different because the narcissistic parent knows that you can't replace them. You're not going to find another mother. You're not going to find another dad. That is your parent. So they're not even going to love bomb you. They're not even going to try to soothe you over or say anything. But it takes them to, once you confront them, they try to say, okay, so she's paying attention here, so let me just try to give her just enough to get her back to where I want her to be. Okay, so do you understand what I mean? Let me see. Hey, Global Green Book, how are you? Yes. Yes, Ancient One. Yes, so you have some status. Yes, hey, Maria. Yeah, so Kendra said something true, that if you let the narcissist hoover you, if you let them go, if you go back, the relationship is always worse because somewhere along the line, you start to find your morale. Somewhere along the line, you start to find your self-esteem, you know, and when you start to rise up to say, you ain't doing this to me. right? When you start to act like that, then the narcissist is saying like, oh, I'm gonna show you, okay? And they will always try to show you, okay? And that is their pattern, right? Is they're going to always try to show you that you are beneath them in every way possible. So they will do things to you, and if they can't do it to you, they will do it to the ones you love. And they find out what you love. They're very, very good at find out what you love. If they find out that you love your cat, and your cat is everything in the world to you, you better not let a narcissist know that how much you love that cat. Because once the narcissist knows how much you love that cat, your cat is going to go missing. He's got all his fur going to fall off. All types of stuff is going to happen to your cat. And they like to punish other people for you. Okay? And unfortunately, that is the life that I grew up in. Okay, just a consistent pattern of devaluation, triangulation, manipulation. She said this scapegoating, gaslighting, all of this stuff, like from a parent. So I've been trained and groomed. So, and the likelihood when you grow up with a narcissistic parent, the likelihood of you ending up in a narcissistic relationship is 99.99999%. Okay? Because you are already groomed and you don't realize that you're groomed. You don't realize that you're groomed to serve other people. You're groomed to put other people in front of yourself. And I haven't grown out of it, but I'm trying to do that. So until you start to make mental inventory of, wait a minute, I'm feeding everybody, but I haven't eaten. This don't look good. Or, I'm more concerned with other people and how they're surviving rather than how I'm surviving. You don't realize that until you start taking mental inventory of yourself. Okay? And so for me, in this position that I'm saying, okay, I'm helping other people to come and blah, 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 blah. For some people, it seems like, oh, this big dummy over here in Africa talking about she gonna help some folk. Let me go and see. She must be an idiot. They don't realize where I've been, what I've been through, what I've experienced, what I've gone through, how I was raised, what kind of family I come from, what I've been exposed to, where I grew up, what Jamaica was like, what New York was like, and the kind of places I've been. They don't take a mental stock of maybe what we see on the phone is just 1% of this person. We don't really know all of that she's gone through, but I sound like an empath, and so and unfortunately, I've been running into that demon of narcissism. And the demon knows me well. The demon is very familiar with me, but he keeps trying me. Will we ever get to meet the first house guest there? Yes, Sheila. So we did. Okay, so we did meet the first guest. There were guests in April, but this family, I was excited because it's the first family of children. And it's this wonderful lady and her 4 children. And I just love them in the space, right? They just look like little beautiful items in the space. It's like the house was built for them. I just love seeing them in the space. So it's a treat for me to see children at the Exodus house. But the mother, I must be honest, for the past 6 days, I've been caught up in a situation with a lady that I assisted here, um, and there was just a lot of back and forth, and she's not even here anymore. But there was just a lot of drama that she left behind for me to clean up. And instead of coming herself, she had other people, that she put in the line of fire as her proxy before dealing with the situation properly. So I've been dealing with that for the last 6 days. I haven't been to the excess house in 2 days, 3 days maybe. But everything cleared up today as far as that situation is concerned. Um, excuse me. So I'm just hoping, the lady she's ready for an interview, because she was here. She came last week sometime, and she had a rough time getting here. She had 4 children, had to take 4 flights, missed one flight. They lost her luggage. She's still missing one good piece of luggage. um, you know, and it's kind of perplexing to her, because there are important things in the luggage that she might have to replace. So I don't want to put no camera in her face. And then we had another beautiful lady who came through, and she has been waiting to talk to me, and I haven't even gotten the chance. She checked out today, and meanwhile I was on the other side of Africa dealing with foolishness. You know, um, so yeah, it's been a rough time. So let me see. Let me put it in here. Wait. I'm putting in the name of the book. But the thing about Amazon is they wanted me to stop selling the book in other places, and I refused to, because Amazon's share their cut is too large. So let me see. But I have a website that I can sell. I can sell the PDF directly, and that's really where some of my little coins come from. And it's a long title, so I'm going to put it here. Uh, okay. So let me see how to identify them and what you should do. Okay, so that's the title of the book, right? Um, thank you, Poochna. Yeah, so I've moved, no, the beds, I'm gonna move the artwork is what I'm going to do. But the frames that the artwork is in is kind of mounted to the wall, so I have to move the artwork. I have to go there one day when they're there to make sure I can get into the room and have the electrician come and do all different kinds of stuff. So hey, yeah, so I'm going to move the artwork, and just keep the beds the where they are. But I really love them in that room. So anywho, so narcissism and empathetic character types, right? So when you're empathetic, you are going to think about other people before you think of yourself. You're going to think about how other people feel, what other people are going through. And when you're, like I said, when you have a narcissistic parent, you are groomed for a narcissistic relationship. That's just the way it works, because and the narcissists know how to target people. They know how to look at you and feel like, okay, she won't do this or she won't do that. But Human beings are one of the most unpredictable creatures on the planet. And, I've learned to, I'm sorry, there's a goddamn mosquito in here. I've learned to be, what's the word? I've learned to not that people can manipulate me, but I've learned to be a little bit less um, predictable, right? So you can predict the wildebeest, you can predict an elephant, you can predict the lion, you can know when a lion is going to go for a hunt, you can know certain things, okay? And the important thing for me is people like to see and think and they hear your voice, they see your face, they think, oh, she has a pretty face and I look like, she looks like somebody I could take advantage of. I look like that. I really do. And I have to accept that. I look like that. I look like just this nice, sweet lady. But I am very unpredictable when someone tries to play me. The party that they think they're attending, that's not the party. They think they're attending a nice party where I'm going to get over her and I'm going to win and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, or I'm going to, I'm going to play this and I'll play a game, I'll play it back. I'll play I'll play your game in reverse. And you'd be like, huh? How dare her? And that's the part that angers the narcissist. The part that angers the narcissist is they have pegged you. They have put you in a box for how you are supposed to be. And when you are not that way, it bothers them. And so they start they try to gaslight you, and they start to talk the smear campaign, because they realize that they cannot win this game with you with gloves off. So they have to try to come at you another way. Okay. And, but like I've said, when people talk to me, I listen. I listen very carefully. I hear every word. I hear every notation. I'm listening for everything. How you say what you just said. I am listening to you, and I'm listening to you grooming me too. I'm listening to people who are attempting to groom me. I'm listening to people who are like giving me, what's the word? A lot of compliments, like excessive compliments, and I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm taking it and I'm filing it and I'm putting it somewhere, because I have to understand you and your character and your personality and what is your position in this conversation, or what is your position in this relationship. And if I don't do that, and if you don't do that as an empathetic person, you're going to consistently get yourself hurt, and you're going to consistently find yourself in relationships with people who abuse you or who take advantage of you. And then when they do, you go, why me? Why me? Well, why not you? You weren't paying attention. You just wanted to be in love for being in love. You weren't really paying attention. You just wanted to be liked very much. And I'm not attached to that. There are people out there who's not going to like me, and I'm okay with that. I don't have to be liked by everyone. I don't have to be loved by everyone, because you can't. It's not possible. Okay, so I'm okay with being me, and I'm okay with telling people where to get off. I'm okay with telling people to, go take a long walk off a short bridge. I'm fine with that, but when I do something like that, it is because I am well within my comfort zone, and I do not want you to push me to a place where I start looking at everyone the way I'm going to start seeing you. So before you take me to the place where I'm looking at everyone like, oh God, it's the whole world, you know, forget this, forget that, forget them. They can all go to hell, leave me alone. Don't call me, call the police. You you got nowhere to go, get on a plane. You ain't got no money, don't call me. You know, before I go to that place where I am so jaded by one person and their monkey foolishness, or two or three people, before I get to that place, I would rather draw the line and say, you stay over there. I would rather compartmentalize you and put you somewhere that I don't necessarily have to, um, make myself crazy for dealing with you, right? So that's some of the things that people have to do if you're an empath. Those are some of the things that you're going to have to do, is like, listen carefully, pay attention to everyone. And there are people out there who are, they're a little bit narcissist, but they're not malignantly narcissist. There are people out there who are, crazy, but they're a little crazy. And it's up to you to decide how much of their craziness you want to deal with, or you can live with, or you want to accommodate, or you have the energy or the strength for. Okay? It's up to you to decide that, not them, you. You have to be okay with being by yourself. You have to be okay with be okay with being the girl that ain't got no body. That's fine. That's fine too. I mean, it's not fine, but it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Let me see. Who else? Shayla, when she's ready. Let me see. Yes, Kendra, when you start mirroring. So mirroring is, hey, what's up, Global Green Book? Yes. So mirroring is when you start to reflect to the narcissist what he is doing. So if they do something, you do it back the same way. They cannot stand it. When you know that you're being handled and being manipulated, and you start to manipulate them right back, or you start to say the things that they say, or you start to turn things sideways in the same way that they turn things sideways on you, they cannot handle it. But at the same time, you have to decide how much energy do you have to keep up with that. That is a whole entire another human being. You have to create another human being in your personality to deal with a narcissist. Can you really do that? It's madness. It's madness, right? You have to come up with all different kinds of stuff to do back to them. So you're you being you, just happy, and they're them being them, like being super duper assholes, and then you have to be you and somebody else to deal with them. I ain't got that kind of power, man. I got my power. Okay. So let me see. Hey, Lioness. Yes, really, Sweet Raw. Yes. So Sweet Ross says her mother was a narcissist as well. It's a difficult thing for women to experience, Black women. But there is a point in your life where you have to accept the situation for what it is. And you have to stop blaming yourself for things that your parent does to you. The parent's position is to love you, is to nurture you, and to make you a whole person, that can go out into the world and show love. That's what they're supposed to do for you, is groom you and love you and give you a nice incubation to go out into the world and be whole human beings. And unfortunately, many of us do not come out of that. And unfortunately, some of us who came out of very toxic families or very difficult narcissistic families become narcissists themselves. because by nature it is a child's behavior to replicate what he sees as to see around him. So if he sees an adult around him, the likelihood of him replicating that behavior is very high. And so the challenge for empath is seeing the thing and say, that's not me. I'm not going to do that. And that is the epic struggle of empaths who have experienced abuse, as either from their parent or from personal relationships or from, you know, just people in general around them, or friendships. There is a point where they have to say, I am not them. I am not that person. I am better than that. I don't have to be that person. And for me, like, my thing was my mother. I used to be so thankful for my mother because she was a great example of what not to do. And for me, it was like, okay, that's how she did it. This is how I'm going to do it. I don't have to do it that way. And it's a challenge, you know? Yes, Steve, how you doing? Let me see. Literally, I'm just hey Zena, man, more than research, honey. I lived it. I lived it, and I wrote a book about it because the experience was it was unnatural, and I want people to know. Is that my house? I want people to know that, you know, you are not who other people or what other people do to you. Okay? If someone did something to you or took something from you or hurt you, you are not that. Do you understand what I mean? So if somebody hits you, it you know, it doesn't make you into a victim or a foot rag or something just because they did that to you. They did it to you. You cannot afford to let what someone else does to you cause you to feel inferior to them. That's how you have to take your power back from from life. Not because you hurt me means that I should walk around feeling ashamed of what you did to me. You did it. But that is not human nature. And we empaths, you know, and me especially, you did something to me. Oh my God, this happened to me. You know, it's the shame that this actually happened to me. And, you know, you have to start learning how to saying, okay, it happened, but I didn't do it. And shame on the person who did it to me. Shame on you who did it, because I did nothing to you. You cannot go out and say, I did this and I did that, blah, 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 blah. What you can say is, I returned the favor, and I will always return the favor. I will not cry alone. I'm sorry, I've gone through too much in life. If I'm crying, we're crying together. Okay? That goes for relationship, it goes for a man, it goes for whatever. You did something to me, I will do something back to you. Okay? That's just how it goes. You want to hurt me, and you left me to cry, I'm just not going to cry alone. That's just how it works, right? Because it's betrayal is one thing, but betrayal on the level where they want to dehumanize you and make you feel like you're not entitled to your feelings, or you're not entitled to to feeling a sense of justice is something completely different. Okay? Betrayal, why should you do something to me and I go away and I cry about what you did to me? No, it's not gonna happen. Okay? It's not gonna happen. So I apologize for those of you who are trying to connect with me this past week, but I had to go to war. I won, and I would like the the defeated to communicate with me, okay? Because the victor does not want to make you feel like dirt. I want you to communicate with me so that we can hash this out as adults. But if you want to continue to be a child about this, I don't know what to tell you, right? But you were warned. I told you so. So if y'all come in, come on through. But come with your wits about you. Come with your your intellect. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, pay attention. Pay attention to the kind of energy that you're around, the kind of people that you have around you. Listen to the type of things that they have to say that is going to lift you up, tear you down, or motivate you to be a better person. You know, I am now officially working in the people business, and most people aren't just making their reservations online. Even if they do, they're emailing me, they're communicating with me, they're talking to me, they're telling me the things that they've been through, they're telling me the things, their hopes, their dreams, their everything. And everyone needs to feel safe, that they're coming to a place where they can be safe, and they're coming to a person who is going to make them feel safe. And so I'm open. I'm open. My energy is open. I can't just say, well, God damn it, go use the website. I don't care about none of y'all. I don't have to talk to you. I can't say that. I have to engage with you. I have to know what you're looking for so I can connect you to the agent. I have to know I know your intimate details. I know that you and your husband split up. I know this, I know that. I know a tremendous amount of things. So my energy is open. And while I am open, a lot of, bad things are coming through the good things. And so I just have to weed the good out of the bad, and take an act based on what I see. So that's what's going on. So what's going on out there? What's happening in the world? I know nothing. I know nothing about anything. What's happening in the world out there? Oh, by the way, there's a lady that was coming this week, and they're saying from the UK that her 10-year-old child needed the COVID PCR test. Do any of you know anything about that? Because I thought you had to be 12 before you needed the PCR test. But anyway, tell me what's happening in the world. Yes. Zena said something interesting. She says her dad always said people show you who they are in the first 5 minutes, except most people are listening. Yeah, most people aren't listening. Lioness. Lioness, what a question. Lioness, guess what? I have a friend who came to Tanzania 6 months ago, and I am going to witness her wedding tomorrow morning. So what does that tell you? Okay, she came 6 months ago, she found herself a man, and I am going to her wedding in the morning. So boo hoo hoo for them who, I mean, it depends on what kind of woman you are and what you're looking for. Do you even, what are they looking for though? Right? Because if you're coming out here to Tanzania and think that you're gonna come here and find the man of your dreams and he has the dream job and he's tall, dark, and handsome, and and his pockets are filled to the brim and just waiting for you to show up so he can marry you and you both go live happily ever after. You need a good slap in the head because you're not gonna find that. No. You might find a man with some potential and an education and a skill that you might have to put some energy behind and do some work with to bring him to a level that you can both be successful at. So, I mean, what I will tell you is these men are impressive. Okay? I came here as a single mother with a 4-year-old kid, and I am impressed every single day by the kind of men that I meet, the way how they show JoJo care, the way how they take care of me. There are some days that I don't know where my keys are. Like Jackson opens the gate and he opens this and he does that and he does everything else. And they impress me. Not just Jackson, but each and every single man that I've met. They have demonstrated to me that manhood in the West is wanting. I'm not sure exactly what these sisters are out here looking for, when they said Tanzania is not the ideal place. But, there are a lot of other things and a lot of factors as well. They're educated, they're skilled, they have potential, and they're going places, but they need somebody to help them. That's the truth. They need someone to help them. So if you are not the kind of woman who can look at a man's potential and mold him and groom him and help him, to grow to that next level as a couple, you're not going to enjoy this. If you're out there looking for dating, you're not, like dating and hopping, meeting somebody and I don't like you and going on to somebody else. I don't like you. And I was with him. I slept with him. I didn't like him. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. I mean, you're gonna have problems. It depends on the kind of woman you are and what you're looking for, right? Hey, Beverly, how are you? Yes. Okay, so safety and Uber, but how are you dressing though? Okay, now look at me. I'm covered up here, right? And my dresses all go down to my ankles, right? All of my dresses go down to my ankles. How are you dressing? Because this is a very modest culture. It's a very modest culture. The women here are very modest. Sometimes you're going into a building and you have to, oh God, what's the name of the cloth? You have to tie your cloth around your waist if you're wearing pants, right? With everything hanging out, like you're in the West, somewhere where no one can tell you what to do and how to be, and you want to be who you want to be, with everything hanging out and showing the whole world what you have for sale or have for, looking, and then somebody did something foolish to you. I'm not saying that you as a woman, you have no rights, but to look how you want to look. But when you come into a different culture, you have to respect that culture and respect what you see happening around you. Now, I've been here almost a year and no Uber done tried me. Okay, and I look cute when I get all nice and dressed and dolled up, but I'm not out there, throwing everything around for everyone to see. In this culture, yes, you have to be different, and the culture of dating here is a little bit different. Okay, family is very big here, and religion is very big here. What are you looking to get yourself involved in? Are you willing to convert for a man? Are you willing to accept the man's religion and family and your position in that? Do you understand the dynamics of your role when you marry into a family, that you're now, you know, you're everything to his mother and his sisters and his brothers. You're now a part of that family. It's not like you're in America where somebody married you and you you married one person. No, you marry everybody. His brothers and sisters are now your brothers and sisters. His nieces and nephews are now your nieces and nephews. Okay, so culturally speaking, you're gonna have to do some evaluation on your person as a woman, how you carry yourself, and what your expectations are, and if you're willing to do the work in a relationship, then yeah. Why look why look for men making exactly. Foxy says, why look for men who have money? Why not look for a way to make your own money? Yeah, there's nothing like an independent woman. Absolutely. Uh, yep. You got slapped in the face. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Conservative to a traveler for 45 years. I live in several foreign countries. I'm looking for a place to retire at 60 in 2 years. I'm from the Caribbean. Yes. Yeah, I mean, like one day I was at my food place where I go to buy my food down in Bessie Beach. And there were some Americans out there, and this girl, like, there was nothing left to the imagination. Like, she was just wearing the shortest dress and the shortest shorts, and everything was like low cut and hanging out. And I didn't get out the car. I didn't get out the car. I was like, no, I'm I'm good. I don't need to, like, no. If you look around you and 99% of the women around you are looking modest, their dresses stop at their knees or longer, everything isn't hanging out, then you have to think about how you are going to present yourself in that society. I know in the West, you're taught that, you can walk around naked and a man has to respect you no matter what, but that message has not translated to every corner of the world. So, yeah, uh, when you dress a certain type of way, you're inviting a certain type of energy, especially in an atmosphere where most people only see people dressed half naked on TV. Okay, so yeah. Let me see. Yeah, you can find somebody, but you have to examine yourself. Um, having the grand opening on the 19th of June, and then I'm going to start doing play dates once I have the children's play set. I want to start having play dates where people can come over often and bring their children and just, you know, share fruit and hang out. But the cement seats are finished. Um, and then Rashid was still doing some more work with the cement seat. So I'm gonna go there tomorrow to check that out. But yeah, okay. I'm booked, but not totally booked. Check out the website. Do you not totally booked? Just look for your dates. Let me just put it here. Uh, yeah, so I just want to eliminate HTTPS and everything. Hold on. Okay, there we go. And for those of you who are coming to the grand opening, if your name is not on the list, you are not coming in. Okay, so RSVP for the grand opening. If you want to know how to attend the grand opening, please follow this. Send me an email. Okay, we're making a list. We have security, we have everything. We don't need no wildness, we don't need no crazy folks just coming up in there. We need people who are actually supposed to be there. So okay. Yeah. So I have to be really up early, and um I think I have to go. Okay. All right. That'll be my dinner. It's 11 o'clock. I'm hungry. Okay, but I'm gonna go, y'all. ExodusAfrica1@gmail.com. Opening, you know how to make your reservations. Uh Monthly plans are interesting, but I'll let you know. Email me, Lioness. Thank you, Foxy. That was a good talk. I hope y'all learned something about narcissism. I hope y'all understand some things about, what the world is about and how to like watch people and their behavior. Okay. But go ahead and send me any messages that you have. I appreciate your time. Okay. Bye bye. I am tired and I got to get up early for this wedding. But yeah, there are good men out here. I am impressed with these men in Tanzania. I don't know about anywhere else in Africa, but these men are on it. Okay. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye bye. That's my food. All right. Bye bye. Love y'all.